What's up everyone? False allegations, bad reviews and sounding desperate. That's what some Big Brother fans do when they've got no life. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already and you want quick, concise and fun live feed updates and just Big Brother videos on your YouTube feed, hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. That's 3 buttons folks: subscribe, like, bell icon. That's the 3. Question of the day now folks, it's a simple one and it's an absolute classic. When we merge back into the final 8 tonight after the double eviction, who would you like to see become the brand new head of household of the merged house? Let me know folks in the comment section below one house guest that you would like to see become the new head of household. Okay, let's jump into target talk right away and discuss who is actually going to be going home tonight in the double. It is almost certain, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, that from Big Brochella we will be losing Jasmine, and from Dire Fest we're going to be losing Joseph. So there you go folks, with those two out of the house that leaves our final 8. Again, this is Big Brother, we expect the unexpected, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen yet or if that will happen for sure, but it's certainly looking that way. It was broke to Jasmine yesterday. Look, Jasmine, you're going home. And you know what? I've got to give Jasmine a shout out just for a moment because she's taken it remarkably well. Because if this was Jasmine in, I don't know, week 4 that we told this to, Lord knows what would have happened. I mean, Jasmine, for the majority of the time in there, has loved attention and milking every single moment that she can, but she has surprisingly been incredibly pleasant over the past week when the houses have been split. I don't know if it's a fact of, you know, the fact that people have diluted into other spaces, so maybe there isn't as much kind of need to be at the forefront of things. Maybe because she actually felt like she was at risk of going home this week, so she toned it down a bit. I don't know. There's a million things we could speculate about, but she has been a lot more pleasant this week, and I will say this for sure. She's been one of the best diary run people we've had in a long time. Like in the DR, she's top tier. She is great. And as a result, I'm going to miss that. All these butter beans and apple pies and rack of ribs. I'm going to miss all those cringy ass things that she says. But as a player, I'm not going to miss Jasmine that much. But I would assume at the fact that Dire Fest is the rougher climate of the two, that's going to be the first evictee, so that'll be the 10th place house guest, and then Brochella will have the 9th place. So Jasmine is going to be 9th and Joseph 10th. But yes, let's talk about Dire Fest for a moment. Joseph has been campaigning with every ounce of his might. And to those of y'all who are commenting, saying, Tom, you've been a hypocrite for supporting Joseph for campaigning really hard and not supporting Kyle for doing that. This is my answer to you. The difference is Joseph doesn't have implicit bias in the way he is campaigning. He's campaigning just for the sake of it. Kyle, we have shown time and time again to be somebody who has racist undertones, believing that there's going to be a Cookout 2.0 formed and all that kind of stuff. If he thinks there's a Cookout 2.0 formed, then he obviously didn't understand the real message of the Cookout in the first place. And I know I'm going to get flack for that, probably off racists and probably off people who don't understand it very well. I implore everybody to educate yourselves as well as possible. But I stand by equality and fairness, and I always will on this channel. We have a new final 3 in the works, and this time we're looking at Kyle, Alyssa and Turner. Now, my take always on becoming a third person in a showmance 2, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I love Turner to bits. You all know I absolutely love Turner, but it's a bad idea. However, there's another side to this, because I don't think Turner is dumb enough to just think, yeah, I'm going to the final 3 with them. Turner, I think, is just making sure he's got all bases covered in case Kyle wins head of household when they get back to F8, in case Alyssa wins it. Turner is covered from all angles now. As soon as they go back to 8, he is covered. I love this guy so much. He's amazing, and I think he's gaming. And I don't actually think he wants to go all the way with them too. I mean, potentially it could happen, but I think there's got to be something to be said about the fact that I feel like if Turner does get to final 4 and they're all still there, he will probably try and team up with the person who is also there outside of the showmans to combat the 2. I don't think Turner's dumb enough to lay down and just take 3rd place, right? I don't know. But anyway, that's a final 3 that we got there, folks. And because we know at the end of the day, Kyle and Alyssa are going to take each other to the final 2. They're not going to pick Turner over them. So I pray and hope with Turner that there is clarity to the chaos, and I hope there's logic behind the madness. Speaking of the merged house and when things go back to potential targets across the board, and obviously Turner not necessarily being house target number one, it's going to be the war of the big characters at this point. We've got Kyle in one corner, who is going to be targeted by one side of the house, and most likely Michael on the other side. It's probably going to be Taylor as backup on the Michael side. And with the Kyle side, I don't really think they've thought it out that much. It's just like, we got to get Kyle out. I'm assuming they go for Alyssa if things went skew-if. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see who comes out on top. I prefer Michael as a player to Kyle. I just think it's dumb to let a showmance get far. Don't let it happen. We're at the final 8. Like, come on. Oh, take out the damn showmans. We're starting to see characters like Terrence and stuff, even though he just came off the power. He's going to fall to the back. Turner will fall to the back. Brittany's probably going to fall to the back unless she goes on the block alongside Michael. But we're seeing all these characters getting these extra few weeks behind them. Then all of a sudden they win head of household in the final 6 or the final 5, and then they propel their way to final 4. And I love the unpredictability of this season. That's the one thing I like about it. It has been an expect the unexpected season where we don't know right now who's going to win the game, and we don't know who's going to go next week, and we don't know, oh, it's the same crap, all these people are going to vote together. Like, no, we don't know. And I love that. I love it to bits. But yes, I am convinced. I'm convinced that Kyle on Michael is going to be prime target next week. But I guess we'll see what happens. God, I'm excited for tonight. Okay, now for a little bit of a touchy subject and something that is incredibly close to my heart, and something that I am going to address with assertion and heart as well. I'm putting my heart out here right now because I am incredibly frustrated and disappointed with so many Big Brother fans, some people who call themselves fans of the show, being so cruel and mean and gullible, right? Because Turner is all of a sudden deciding, I have to vote out Joseph, right? Which sucks, right? We all like Joseph, but it's a game, right? His back's up against the wall. What's he going to do? I'm not voting Joseph out. I'm going to put a target on my back. He's not going to do that, and I respect him for not doing that. But anyway, furthermore from that, people have started to spin a narrative that Turner has been mocking Joseph for his mental health. Do not believe it if you see it on social media, folks. Do not believe it, because these vultures, these horrible, horrible people on social media think it's okay to hide behind a profile picture that isn't even their face and spin a narrative that Turner's done that. That crap can come back to haunt people. That can ruin somebody's career. But do they care? No, they don't, because they'll just hide behind a picture of whoever on their profile picture. God, it's going to be a long life for them being so mad and filled with hatred. But don't believe it, folks. They've made out as if Joseph opened up to Turner about his mental health, which he did. And then they spun this narrative that Turner went away and started mocking it and laughing about it and all that kind of stuff. That didn't happen. Does that sound like Turner to y'all? I mean, do you even need to think further than that? Y'all saw the message I shared the other day from Turner's dad, Scott, and that showed what kind of character Turner is. Not somebody who mocks someone's mental health and all that kind of stuff. Turner, because I watched the clips themselves, and I'm confident enough to say that wasn't said. At least I didn't catch anything. And I know a couple of people who went and watched them and came back to me and said, Tom, nothing bad was said. It was game talk. So shame on every single last one of those people who spun that narrative that Turner was mocking Joseph's mental health. Don't get me wrong, I love Joseph to bits. I absolutely do. Y'all know he's in my top 3, right? And I'm going to be really heartbroken to see him go tonight, but Turner didn't do that. Turner didn't do that. And there's loads of, and I'm going to share this with people as well, there's lots of people who have got no life and apparently no friends, so they are spending their time going onto the Rug Shack, which is Turner and his girlfriend's business, Megan, and they are leaving bad reviews, saying nasty, cynical, horrible, sadistic things about Turner and the business and just basically being horrible. Thank God there's been loads of people who've gone on and gave it 5 stars. In fact, I'm going to take this moment as well to use my platform for good. If you all have a spare moment in your day, go give 5 stars to the Rug Shack on Google, because there's so many people who are really being cruel and horrible to Turner now, and his business shouldn't have to suffer from this. He shouldn't have to suffer. His life shouldn't suffer because he hasn't done anything wrong, right? He's playing Big Brother and he is not mocking anyone's mental health or anything like that. So if you have a spare moment in your day, please go leave a good review on the Rug Shack. Or you don't even have to type anything in. Just put 5 stars on, right? Because just to combat those fools who are going around and trying to ruin Turner's life. It brings me great sadness as a channel that always tries to promote positivity and sorry guys, I'm just getting a bit emotional right now. As a channel that tries to promote positivity all the time, it breaks my heart seeing such nasty people online trying to tear a man down over something he hasn't even done. I stand with Turner. I always will. He's my guy, and I'm rooting for him to the end. And to those people who can just sit back behind a fake profile picture and mock those kind of people, do I even need to say more? I think that shows a lot about their character. It really does. It's tough. It's annoyed me a lot. It has annoyed me, and it's made me sad, and it's made me disappointed. And I at first had to kind of look back at what was said, because we know as well in Big Brother people spin things out of proportion. So like, say if hypothetically Turner even did say the slightest thing, people spin it into he did this and he was the worst person in the world because of it, and it's like, come on, really? But like I say, from the clips I saw, I can confidently say there was no mockery, there was nothing nasty said. And I was told by other parties as well, who went to watch the feeds, just for second opinions and stuff like that. People said no, there was nothing there. It's just those BB vultures on Twitter where they've got nothing to do, so they start making up crap. And that's what I think this has been a case of. I'm going to end this one, this clip at least, with a very, very strong and positive message. I stand with Turner. The guy is great. He's a wholesome guy. He's amazing. Big up the Rug Shack. Turner is amazing. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Please leave some love for Turner, for goodness sake. God, it's needed after today, to combat those fools who are trying to spin a horrible narrative against him. It's like these people don't even watch the feeds themselves, and then they just go, this happened, I'm going to just pounce on you because I've got nothing better to do with my life. Stay mad, stay pressed. It's going to be a long one for y'all. But anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. Mwah, sending love to all of y'all. I spoke the other day about how Monday was the most successful day ever on the channel. Got the analytics through again. Tuesday was the best day ever on the channel. I can't even believe it. Thank you so much, y'all, for helping me break records day in, day out. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I'll be going live before the show tonight. I hope you all can join me for that, for some pre-eviction hype, pre-double eviction hype. Very, very excited for that. Bring along a nice drink and some snacks and we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that everybody is staying safe, staying positive, staying healthy out there. Remember to be kind to one another. God, that's important. Leave a review on the Rug Shack. A good one. 5 stars. But folks, in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.